What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tevin Jameer back at it again. All right, let's get into it. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tevin Jameer. Now, I know I'm wearing the same outfit as my last podcast episode, but I did that on purpose. You know, since I already have the camera and everything set up, I was like, I might as well do my next DVD, Blu-ray collection, video. I know these videos be going crazy on my channel. I've been getting a lot of subs, so thank you to everybody that's been subbing for the channel. I mean, subbing, for the videos and stuff like that. Check out the other stuff on the channel, like my podcast. But yeah. I didn't think I was gonna get a lot this month, but I had a housewarming. I think I mentioned that in like one of my past episodes. I had a housewarming, and my family definitely came through with some coupons. Some cards and stuff like that. So they basically hooked me up. So I got a good amount of things to show y'all for this month. So first things first, we got Power Season 6. As y'all know, Power is basically, I would say Boy Meets World and Power are tied for like my favorite shows of all time. We got the final season of Power. The reason that I got this one early is because for some reason this one was actually on sale recently to where it was only like $10 or $11. And y'all know I do not like DVDs that much. I actually prefer Blu-rays. The thing that's stupid about Power and what's making my collection messed up is that the first 5 seasons of Power is on Blu-ray. So I'm going to get those on Blu-ray. But the final season and any other Power releases afterwards, which Stars hasn't really been releasing Blu-ray, or they haven't been releasing any physical media for their shows after I think it was for season 1. But basically this and anything after that, they've only been doing DVD releases. So unfortunately, this is going to be the only one that stands out from the rest of the Power collection. This one, basically, I had to get it on DVD. I watched one of the episodes on there. It's not bad quality, it definitely still looks good, but I'm someone that prefers Blu-ray because Blu-ray gives you the best quality possible and sometimes usually better sound. But this is a pretty good, version of it, like no problems. But this is the back of the case, basically showing Ghost, Tommy, and Lakeisha, and then a couple of scenes from season 6. This is the final season of the original Power, so yeah, for anybody that's never seen Power, which I'm used to people saying they never seen Power. So any of subs of mine, like I said, if y'all trust my recommendations, Power is a very great television show. This is basically the inside. This is basically the different discs. First disc you got Ghost. Second disc you got Tommy, Tasha, Lakeisha, and then Angela. Which one thing I love is that like it's kind of hard to see it, but basically they got like different parts of the city like underneath them. If you can see that. Like they got different parts of New York City because that's where the show takes place. So yeah, Power. Like I said, if y'all never seen it, this is my favorite show ever. Check it out, or one of my favorite shows ever. Check it out. Next, and I'm just letting y'all know now, straight DVDs. Like I only got one Blu-ray this month, but next we have The True Confessions of a Hollywood Starlet. Now I know this does not seem like my type of movie, but there is a very obvious reason. If you are a fan of mine, or even if you know me, there is a very, very obvious reason why I got this movie. This woman right here, JoJo. JoJo is my baby. Like, oh man, I love JoJo. So as I was reading JoJo's book, which I already knew about this movie before I read her book, but as I read her book, like basically she was talking about how she did this movie. She wasn't necessarily excited to do the movie because it was, I think she said this, yeah, this is a Lifetime movie. She said that she did a Lifetime movie. She said she wasn't necessarily excited to do this movie, but at the same time, she said that she knew it would bring her some good checks and that she did want to get into acting. So, this is actually one of the few movies that she's been in. I think this is the only movie she's been in where she was like the main lead of the movie, but True Confessions of a Hollywood Starlet. I watched it before I bought it, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like this movie is very cringy. It's exactly what you think it's like. A lifetime movie about a famous girl pretending to be not famous, moving to like a small town with her aunt. Like this movie is exactly what you think it is. It is very corny, very cheesy, but it's one of those like kind of corny, cheesy movies where it's like it's so cheesy that it's kind of like, it's bad, but it's so bad that it's like it got a little charm to it. That the front cover, the back, I know I already showed it, but just to show y'all again. And then the DVD cover is literally just her as as a famous person, and then her living a regular life, which is kind of funny because this movie is basically just a Hannah Montana movie, low key. Watching this did have a lot of similarities to the actual Hannah Montana movie, so kind of interesting. Um, I would say check it out, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. Don't check it out if you're not into that type of stuff or if you're not into JoJo. Next, y'all know how I always am. I always try to rebuy movies that I had as a kid or DVDs that I had as a kid, but I lost them. Wizards on Deck with Hannah Montana. When I was younger, this was like one of the biggest crossovers in Disney Channel history. Anybody around my age, I know y'all feeling this when I say this. One of the biggest crossovers. The only crossover that probably rivals this one is the That's So Raven, or I think I forget what that one was called, but I think the Sweet Life of That's So Raven with Hannah Montana. I think that's the other one, but this is the one that I prefer, to be honest. Like I seen the other crossover. I know a lot of people has a lot of nostalgia with that one, but truth be told, this is my favorite three show crossover that they've done. This is the back of the cover. So basically, this isn't even really a movie or nothing like that. It's basically just they did an episodes of Wizards of Waverly Place where they went on the SS Tipton, and I don't even think Hannah Montana was in that episode of Wizards. Then you had Sweet Life on Deck, where they actually had Alex and Justin as part of the plot. And oh yeah, Max was trying to get with London from Sweet Life, and Hannah Montana played a very small role in that episode. And then the Hannah Montana episode, which I'm not gonna lie is the most disappointing episode because I feel like they did not utilize much of the crossover at all. Is really just a Hannah Montana episode on the SS Tipton because you barely see any of the Sweet Life characters and you don't even see the Wizards characters. Like the only reason you know that they're still there is just because they said word of mouth that they're still there. So either way, this crossover is my childhood. I liked episodes 1 and 2, the Wizards and Sweet Life episode. So, once again, the back cover, that's the slip cover. Basically the same thing on the regular cover and whatever. Don't y'all miss when like the DVD covers like had the thing where you had to like pop them open like that? And then just a regular standard disc. It's kind of hard to see it because of the light, but yeah, just a regular gray disc like they used to do back in the day. I always hated when like companies would just do that regular gray disc. I want to see like effort put into your covers. But, next, we have a Haunted House 1 and 2. Now, this is actually one of the rare situations where I rather have the movies on DVD than Blu-ray. And here's why. Because I love the Haunted House movie, or I love Haunted House 1. Haunted House 2 was okay to me. But I like Haunted House 1, but I didn't like it enough to where I would spend the extra money to get it on Blu-ray. This collection, this two movie collection with both movies together was only like $5. So, am I about to pay $11 to $12 to get the first movie on Blu-ray? Because before this, I kind of had the second movie, but y'all know what I'm implying. But um, I had the second movie in my own way. And then the first movie was like $10 to $12, depending on where you bought it. I usually use Walmart and Amazon Prime to buy my DVDs and Blu-rays. So am I gonna do a $10 to $12 purchase for the first movie alone, or am I gonna do both movies together for cheap for $5? I think I'm just gonna do that, especially when these are movies where I like them, but not enough to where I'll go all the way to get it on Blu-ray. But yeah, um, there's the back cover right there. Just a couple of shots of the movie of both movies. Actually, really only shots of the second movie, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, and this is the DVD right there. Both movies on there, and basically it's kind of set up like when you put it inside, like they ask you what movie you want to see, and then like do you want to see the special features that come with that movie. So nothing too crazy. A haunted house. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of the Wayne's Brothers and the Scary Movie movies. The first two Scary Movie movies that they actually worked on. Next is actually, if y'all follow me on social media, then y'all know that every time I go to the movie theaters, there's this app called Letterbox. Film people know it, but for anybody that don't know it, there's this app called Letterbox where you can do like reviews for movies, say what movies that you know that you've seen. You can like a movie. You can do rankings. You can do lists. If you guys been keeping up, then you know, spoiler alert, that this so far is my favorite movie of the year, The Long Game, based on a true story about a Hispanic golfing team basically going against white golfing teams. Basically, they don't want them to be there, but they came out and did their fucking thing. This movie was a mystery movie. I love going to the mystery movies. I've said that before on the podcast and other stuff. But this was one of the first few mystery movies of the year, and like usually it kind of gets on my nerves with mystery movies how I feel like they mostly like to do like based on a true story movies because I always expect them to be serious as hell. And then this one also, like I said, dealt with racism. So it's like, man, it's about to be serious as hell. And not to mention the very first mystery movie of the year was I forget the name of the movie, but it was an Ava DuVernay movie where it was this woman that was basically going around trying to understand like Origin. I think the movie was called Origin. And that movie was like really serious. There was nothing like funny about it. And like when I go into a mystery movie, and that's the thing about mystery movies, you really don't know what movie you're going to get. You really don't know. But I feel like with a mystery movie where you're kind of promoting it to a lot, like when you're promoting it to a wide audience, I feel like you have to have something where even if it's a drama movie, have a good amount of comedy into it. Like have something that's not going to straight up fucking depress people. Or if you are going to have a very serious movie like Origin was, I feel like you need to put that somewhere in, not say what the movie is, but basically some type of warning of what type of movie it's going to be that is going to tackle heavy topics. So you can imagine that after I saw Origin, and then this, I think, was the next mystery movie afterwards, I was like, oh man, please don't let this be like serious. Please don't let this be. But this movie actually wound up amazing me. Not only now it does get serious, and like I said, it does touch on racism, but it's also still it's more on the uplifting side. Like it does show that stuff, but it tries to show it more in an uplifting point of view. It also has a good amount of comedy into it. Like this is a very feel good movie, and you know the cinematography is great. The acting was great, especially since, oh yeah, this is what the disc looked like. I love that they made it green, not only because green is my favorite color, but because golf and stuff like that. But the main kid that they focus on in the movie, which one? Him, right here. I know you really can't see it that well, but the main kid that they focus on in the movie, the last movie I've seen him in was one of the house party movies, one of the straight to DVD house party movies. So I didn't think he was going to be that good of an actor, but he did an amazing job, and everybody in this movie did an amazing job. So I'm mad that they did not offer this on Blu-ray. I wish they offered this movie on Blu-ray, but I got the DVD now, so yeah. Last movie we have on the list, and this is the one that I was talking about in my last Blu-ray update video when I said that I have a Blu-ray on the way, but it wouldn't come until October. We have Chronicle, one of my favorite found footage movies from the 2012, found footage era and stuff like that. Chronicle. I don't feel like this is a movie that needs an explanation. Like a lot of people know what this movie is, and yeah, I'm just in a trance because like the cover. I love the cover, but yeah. So Chronicle, like I said, was one of my favorite movies from that era. Oh, it's kind of sad. They don't have the same picture for the back, but that's what the back looks like. The front, and then oh yeah, I forgot this came with two discs. Now there is a digital copy code, so I'm not gonna. But I forgot it came with two discs. It come with the Blu-ray and the DVD. Blu-ray right here, DVD right here. So yeah, if you've never seen Chronicle, I would definitely say check it out. It's such a great movie, and I feel like they used the found footage, gimmick because it was definitely a gimmick for a while. I feel like they used the gimmick in a very, original way. Not many other people were really using the found footage genre in this type of way. So definitely check it out. This is something that I'm probably gonna have to rewatch soon because love this movie. But yeah, man, that's all for October. November, hopefully I can give y'all a good amount, but we'll just have to wait and see. And like I said before, I know y'all been going crazy with these update videos, with these Blu-ray update videos. So definitely check them out. All the movies that I have here, the movies, the shows, especially Power, check it all out. Um, and with all that being said, Kevin Jameer signing out. Catch y'all on the next Blu-ray update.